I feel the tears coming. Like I can tell my eyes are gonna go, oh my god, am I having a stroke? What the heck? I am losing it. I'm about to break down. This could not be happening right now. Welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for ever, basically. I posted like a month and a half ago, and I wanted to continue doing that every week, but honestly, school has been a lot lately, and as the classes I'm taking are super easy, but they're also really hard in that I get like no free time because I've got 3 AP exams coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm just trying to keep my grades well. So I'm just trying to manage my time well, and I feel like I have been for the past 2 weeks, just going, and I've never had a time to just sit down and relax. Because that was the last 2 weeks are the weeks following my trip to Hawaii. Here's a little bit of a snippet of that. Did you like it? I filmed a little bit when I was there, but there's no reason to make a whole video out of it. I've also been filming a vlog for this past week, but honestly, I didn't do barely any reading, so I mean, what's the point of a reading vlog if you're not going to read? It was more of me crying. Here's a snippet of that. Oh, and it's a lot. I'm still that little kid whose mom left her. And I'm still that little kid who got picked on all the time because she was like big and she wasn't cute, and like all those things are still with me, so it's hard. I know, it's bad. I cried like every day last week. But everything aside, this week's video is going to be reading books that are supposed to make me cry. Why? Because I've been in the crying mood lately. Don't you worry, darling. Don't you know I'll be there. I'll be there when all your dreams are broken. Answer your unspoken prayer. When the little things you're doing don't turn out right, don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. I'll miss you, and in my dreams I'll kiss you, then wish you luck on your new affair. So baby, if you need me, all you have to do is call me. And don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. There whenever you need to know that there is someone who cares. Your new love isn't the true love, don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. I just thought I'd come on here and update. I'm currently sitting at about halfway through the Song of Achilles. I'm on chapter 18, page 198. I've been reading this for, oh my god, way too long. Before I even took my AP final exams, I started this video, and I was like, I'm in the crying mood lately, and that's because I was really stressed out with school and just a lot of stuff going on, you know? And now, you know, school's over, I graduated, it's summer, and so I'm not super stressed out. The last 4 weeks of my life have been so rewarding and so absolutely chaotic and insane in the best way possible that I would not have believed you if you told me all the stuff that I've done, all the stuff I've accomplished, all the stuff that's happened to me. I wouldn't believe you. I've cried a lot since starting this video, because, you know, high school is over for me. I graduated, you know. My friends are succeeding already, and I see their potential, and it makes me happy. I've cried, but it's mostly happy tears. So now, it's time to cry sad tears, because I know what's going on here. This book is paced so well. There's a couple things that I wish would have come a little later in the book, but the writing is so superb. I don't know how to explain it. It's like butter. I don't know how to explain it. The writing, when I read it in my head, I'm like, that was the perfect sentence. Like, I don't know how else you could have worded that. Achilles and Patroclus's relationship is so delicate, and you can just like tell, you know, Patroclus is so to himself, and I see myself in him. I really do. I'm reading the stuff he writes, you know, or his point of view, and I'm like, I've thought that a million times and more. The idea of, you know, feeling like you're not worthy sometimes, and feeling like you're best when you just keep quiet. I know that feeling. So I really do relate to Patroclus in a situation, and I'm not looking forward to, you know, the end of everything. Patroclus is really used to just, you know, being in the background and not being seen as special, and then here comes Achilles, and they're so perfect together, and Achilles is, you know, destined for greatness, but at what cost, you know? So I don't know if I'll cry. I think I will. I feel the tears coming. Like, I can tell my eyes are gonna go to, oh my god, am I having a stroke? What the heck? I can feel my eyes begin to water as I read Patroclus and his, you know, like, heartache at, you know, what the future for him and Achilles holds, and how there really isn't much to be held in that future because of the circumstances. It's really disappointing the way it's going, and I know I've always known how this book ends, but it's coming, and it's approaching faster than I want it to. Good morning. Today is Saturday. I don't know why I didn't know that. It's Saturday. I am still reading The Song of Achilles. I edited my last little clip of me talking about this book, and I realized I don't really go into depth about what's going on here, but a part of me is really scared to spoil it for anyone who is looking to read this book, because a lot of people read this book. A lot of people want to read this book. Right now, Patroclus has what are you gonna eat? Yogurt?
I was thinking on cereal. I want to do Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. I want you, like it's magnetic, you, super good.
I don't even know. Okay. I realized that I haven't really been going into crazy depth with this book just because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who is looking to read it. Patroclus is changing for the better, in my opinion, but you can still see that good side of him. He's always good. He's always been a good person, but now he's a little bit more confident. He's got Achilles by his side. He's been around confidence for all these years now. He's learned from Achilles, and you can see that. Along with that, you can still see his past self. Right now, we're in Troy, and Achilles is, you know, fighting off in battles, and here comes Patroclus saving different bed slave women. And that, to me, is so Patroclus-y, you know. Of course he would do that. Without a doubt, in his mind, he was like, Achilles, you need to grab her because we can't let her go to the other men who are going to do terrible things. And I'm really liking this relationship that's forming between one of the bed slave women named Briseis and Patroclus. They're kind of becoming friends. It's obviously hard for Patroclus to deal with all these raids and everything that Achilles is participating in, and honestly it irritates the frick out of me that Achilles chose this
path. He had two choices and he chose this path. Poor Patroclus. Like, I just feel so deeply for Patroclus because he finally feels like he knows where he belongs, and then all of a sudden they're rushed off to battle, you know, because of Achilles' ego and need to be famous and known. There was a line here on page 220. Patroclus and Achilles are talking about an upcoming raid that Achilles will be participating in, but Patroclus is not. Patroclus is like, are you frightened? Are you scared to go and do this? And Achilles is like, no, this is what I was born for. And to me, that line is heartbreaking because Achilles has, you know, been told his whole life that he is bound for greatness and that he will be the greatest warrior of all time. And now he feels like he needs to live up to that title. Like, Achilles will do literally anything to be well known and to live up to what the entire town or village thinks of him. And now it's like, poor Achilles. He's been brainwashed into believing that he can't be bound for greatness unless he is known for his battles, unless he is known for his strength physically. He's great in other aspects. He is bound for greatness when he's with Patroclus because Patroclus makes him better. They make each other better. They build up on each other. But poor Patroclus is so infatuated by Achilles, just as everyone else is or was, you know, as they were growing up. But Achilles chose him. And now that we're in Troy, it's like Achilles doesn't choose him anymore, and that bugs me. I'm losing it. I am losing it. I'm about to break down. No one's even dead yet, dude. No one's even dead. But I'm losing. It's going so fast, right? I'm on chapter 27, page 296, or 297 of this book. And I don't have much farther to go, but I've still got a ways, you know, like there's still some plot. Like I said, no one is dead yet. But I will say that Achilles is losing himself and Patroclus is watching it happen. And then he snaps out of it every once in a while, but he's losing himself. He's getting stuck in a rut of like, he is willing to do anything to maintain that honor, to maintain the status of being the leader, being the one that's looked up to by the group of men who are fighting. He's just become this bitter, spiteful, selfish guy. And I hate that because Patroclus is still himself. He's still himself. I'm not, oh God, I've said this many times in this video, I'm not looking forward to the final scene. 13. Red light post. At all.
It won't work, poor boy, don't you try again. Fate took over your love and you can't win. You can sing the blues all to yourself, 'cause while you're singing she's with someone else. Oh boy, while you're singing she's with someone else. Love is strange, but oh boy, it has to be. In more than 100 ways, you're just like me. You and I can try to face the foe, but we both know they won't be back no more. Oh boy, we both know they won't be back no more.
This could not be happening right now.
forget there's more than one of you.
Why?
Oh boy, I'm sorry you're so sad, but time will heal the pain, won't be so bad. Poor boy, time will...
I've officially finished The Song of Achilles, and my official rating, I think, is going to stay at a 4 out of 5 stars. Why not 5, you ask? Well, simply because I don't think it's going to stick with me. I really don't. Every single time I picked this book up, I was happy to read it. You know, I was never bored when I was reading this book, and that is something that's hard to find sometimes. So I admire it for that. I admire the characters. Obviously, I've talked so into depth in this video about how much I love Patroclus and how much I see myself in him. And I also love Achilles, but he's definitely more troubled. There's so much to love about this book that I do love, but I don't think I'm going to be thinking about it. I mean, I finished it, like 2 days ago, and I haven't really thought about it since. Like, I've already basically forgotten about it. And that sucks because, like I said, the writing is incredible. I love the character development. Like, you can see the growth of each character throughout the story. And you can feel the emotions through the page, but for some reason the ending didn't hit as hard as I think it was supposed to. And of course, this book did make me bawl my eyes out for a little bit because of something that was completely unexpected. I was talking the whole time in this video about how I know the ending. I know the ending. Oh, I know what's going to happen, and I'm not looking forward to it. I didn't know the ending. I thought I did, but I didn't. And it caught me off guard, and I thought it was a joke, and it was not. And it broke my heart. And the one thing that I loved the most about this book was Patroclus. Obviously, I've talked a lot about him in this video so far. You watch him go from a shy boy to a confident man who had friends, who made friends without the help of Achilles there with him. You know, he did that by himself, and past him could never do that. And I loved seeing him come out of his shell. I really did. It was so touching. So I saw so much growth throughout Patroclus's path in this story, and I just loved reading about it. I loved seeing it. This video was gonna be like 3 books long, or I was gonna be reading like 3 different books in this video, but the reason I'm only doing 1 here is because I take forever to read books, and I don't have time to read 3 books in a week, edit the whole video, and continue to post videos like that. This is gonna be a series on my channel where I just pick a book that's supposed to be sad and make a whole video out of it. So this is just part 1 of the series. I don't know how long the series is going to be, but I originally had 3 books in mind for this video, so there's going to be at least 3 videos. And I'm not too sure when they're going to come out. I just know that I want this to be a series on my channel because I think it's always nice to have a good cry. If you're here, thank you for sticking around. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I have 82 as of the time I am filming this. So, thank you, every single person that's ever commented, liked, or subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate every single one of you. And don't forget to subscribe if you liked today's video. I'm going to try and post every week. Pray for me, because that's really hard. So, I'll see you next week on my channel. Bye.